just, yeah, clean up the game a little bit, we'll probably win. The RMD, you have a very good chance in the matchup. We've got a map choice now as well. It is Tolver on Arena, and we're getting into the game.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be the same matchup. However, Method have decided for a very big map. So Cervantes, we talked about it earlier as the Death Knight. He's a very immobile melee class. They can kite him forever on this desert map. Early sap on the Zonica, they open right onto Cervantes. Cervantes breaks out of that stun and will line aside a lot of this damage. Fridurus is being very patient. He wants to wait for Zonica to leave CC. He knows he is a vulnerable target to Prey's kidney shot. He doesn't want to open up just yet. Now actually opening up onto Prey, but Prey preemptively combat readiness. He saw that opener coming, has that cooldown up. He takes no damage as a result. Good read by Prey.
Yep, I think Cervantes might have stole the Cyclone there, so they should have a decent CC chain when they choose to go for it. He does put that Cyclone onto Chaz, and No Life are taking so much damage. If they can get the Hodge to follow it up, an excellent sheep onto Sonica, he's going to break up that CC chain. And Cervantes now is the one in trouble. He's dropping so low. The shield proc from Zonica is going to keep him alive. He should be okay. They'll try hold on to the wings here, but again, Method, they have a decent, they have an opener, and I don't think it was that good, to be honest. They didn't get anything really other than on Cervantes. If they're not going to commit to him, then it's kind of wasted.
Yeah, I'm really not thinking that going after Cervantes is the best strategy. They could prove me wrong. Prey could just pull out a lot of damage and kill him by himself, but overall I think the Death Knight is not the right decision. It looks like they're going to be going after Prey. They get his trinket. Very important that they got his trinket there. Cervantes is taking a bit of heat. He's caught into the smoke bomb out of line of sight. AMS comes out. Zonica forced to trinket and bubble, so an incredible overlap by Zonica. This is a huge opening for Method. An opening on both sides. Fridurus is trying to get something done with his incarnation here, but Prey is just completely locking him down. Full kidney, full gouge, full blind, and I honestly think Fridurus should have trinketed this. It seems like he actually decided to bop him out late. If they can find a good target, which would be Prey, it would be good for them, but they just can't connect, and Prey will get a restyle, start stunning up the team, start applying that that pressure as well here, as I think they want to launch another attack onto Cervantes. He preemptively has that AMS up, so No Lifer will have to wait for that to go down. Now with that AMS down, No Lifer is just going to unload a lot of damage here onto Cervantes, down to 50%, but really not as much as I expected. And again, I feel like Cervantes should not be the primary target for Method.
Yeah, like, again, Zonica's used a lot of cooldowns. They have forced cooldowns, but they haven't got Fridurus' trinket, which is probably what they want, so they can make that swap. I was really happy with how Prey played that last go, actually, as we do see the full sheep going on to Zonica here. They force the AMS out of Cervantes. Can they go for it? They have the cross CC. Cervantes able to play by the pillar. He's just trying to heal out using those Death Siphons. He's going to be fine. The Cyclone onto Zonica. Will they be able to swap it up? It doesn't look like it. Actually stolen by Cervantes. So whilst he's LOSing, he was able to steal the... Or maybe it was Fridurus getting the Cyclone onto him. I guess that makes more sense. The Hodge to follow it up. But Cervantes is so far away. He's not really able to put out any damage here. Four Language is definitely behind in this one. Zonica's trinket will be up in 30. He does have that wings available, but will they be able to use it? The sacrifice purged off by No Lifer. Well played by him. The AMS comes up once again, but is it going to be enough? Can they follow up the CC chain onto Zonica? It looks like the answer is no for now.
Silence over onto Chaz. They're looking for a kill on Prey. He has no trinket. He could just get bursted. Chaz connecting a nice heal there, and he will be able to survive as a result, but a very close call for Prey. Now with his trinket coming up, he will be able to play aggressive. You can see he's just running in, but he does get cloned up by Fridurus. Fridurus sees Prey overextending. I'm wondering if he's trying to maybe look to stun him out. No, not able to get it, as he does get cloned up by Chaz. Here comes an attack out by Method. Killing spree used. They're looking to try and get some big cooldowns. They do force Zonica to trinket, but they follow it up with a full Cyclone. Cervantes' AMS has now fallen, so he will be exposed for a few seconds if they can keep Zonica locked down. Doesn't look like they can just yet. They do follow it with the silence now. Chaz caught into a stun. I think they're trying to take Prey out, but Prey should be able to survive. It looks like they're just pushing forward. Despite Zonica having Avenging Wrath up, he just cannot top his partner. He's just dying through everything that he's doing. Now caught into a full polymorph with no way out. Saved by the Light will proc on these final seconds, but Cervantes, if he cannot heal himself with Death Siphon, will easily go down. He's just line of sighting. He steals the polymorph. He needs to use that now defensively. AMS barely comes up. He's down to 3% HP. How is he still alive? What a live lord. Zonica coming out of that CC. Cervantes now getting cloned up. Zonica is just struggling so much to get any healing out with the amount of control Method is throwing at him.
Yeah, Zonica hasn't healed Cervantes for a good 30-40 seconds, and yet Cervantes is alive. He was on sub 10% HP for a good while there. The AMS barely coming up on time, the shield prop barely coming up on time. And the thing is, the fact that he survived that, he does have a few answers now. The Incarnation coming up for Fridurus. They're going to be the offensive team. The Iron Bark, no mistake from Chaz this time. Instantly Iron Barking Prey on that go. He knows the danger he was in. No trinket there, so Chaz trinketing, the appropriate response. They're going to go on to No Life for a little bit. He needs to be careful. He actually got locked on Frost there and had to snap.
That's a pretty big issue for No Lifer as he's still getting pressured, forced into his block, and now No Lifer has no ice blocks, Chaz has no trinket. They might just try and get a kill right now. Prey is trying to stop that with his combat readiness, now dropping a smoke bomb, making a swap over onto Fritter as Zonica just getting right into that smoke bomb, but eating a polymorph as a result. And now Zonica is in the middle of the map. He's going to eat so much crowd control. Fritter is going to be completely alone for quite some time, doing an okay job trading out his survival instincts that reduced a lot of damage, and it seems like they really didn't output nearly as much pressure just yet onto Fritter. They are keeping the chain going onto Zonica, but it doesn't look like they have any more. There's the deep freeze. Can they follow that up with anything? Doesn't look like they can follow it up, and Zonica should be able to top his team.
Yep, Chaz able to sit down for a drink here, but he should be really careful. No Lifer doesn't have Bloxy, he doesn't have Trinket. This could be the game. The kidney onto Fritter to try shut him down. No Lifer desperately blinks away. Can they connect the grip? It doesn't look like it. They're swapping over onto Prey. He's caught in that stun. The executes on him. The Iron Bark, the low Cyclone. Well played by Fritter, able to deny that Iron Bark, but I don't think they're going to be able to get the kill just yet. Chaz really didn't get anything with that drink. He's caught into the Hodge. Are they going to be able to finish it off here? The execute ticks. Prey should go down here. There's nothing on the side of Method. Able to get that NS off barely, but No Life is still not out the woods yet.
Wow, that was really close for Prey. It looks like they're going to be going after No Lifer now. Chaz is running out of mana. How long can he keep this going? Looks like they're just going to try and go for a kill onto Cervantes. He needs to be careful. Trades out his Icebound Fortitude that will break him out of stuns, reduce a lot of damage, and now he can push in aggressively. They have to finish this game. No Lifer has no block for another minute. There's a great opportunity right now. They've got him down to half. This could just be the game. No Lifer has nothing left. He blinks away, but that's not going to be enough. Cervantes following up that chain with a stolen Cyclone and taking game number 2. 4 languages are just walking all over Method.
Yeah, and this was Method's map choice, and that's actually very significant in this matchup. Chaz is able to set max range. You saw Zonica was struggling a lot more to get Hodges on this map. The fact that they were... We've had a few suggestions. I feel like this opening onto the DK, I feel like they're achieving nothing with it if they can't, and playing it really well.
Yep. You can see right now 4 languages are up 2-0 over Method, and it looks like Tiger's Peak could be the final resting place of this series for Method. They need to clean up their act, execute a better strategy, or just commit to the same one they're doing and get maybe a little bit luckier. We can see Method moving forward in stealth. They're just charging right in. What are they going to do? A sap over onto Zonica. No damage just yet onto Cervantes. It seems like Prey wasn't able to connect that kidney shot, and with this crowd control kind of misplaced, Method aren't going to get anything done here.
Yeah, this is another example of where they get the sap on Sonica once again, nothing happens. Why don't they just purge him and open him? I mean, they're not going to lose much from it. I think it's just going to help them. We do see on the other side, they're just going to back off. 4 languages should struggle to force cooldowns here with that Hodge. Prey uses his combat readiness. I don't know if he was running that in the previous game. Maybe he was. Maybe he's changed it now, so he should be completely fine. No Lifer also completely fine. The Icy Veins kind of went to waste. They do force the AMS on Cervantes there, but both teams sitting pretty out of this opener.
I don't even know if you can really call it forcing AMS. He has it so often with that glyph. So right now, it's still not looking good for Method. 4 languages are going to be looking to maybe try and get a kill on Prey as he used that combat readiness early in the match. Cervantes deciding to break out of that stun with his Icebound Fortitude, again, reducing a lot of damage. I think he was trying to steal some crowd control. I'm not entirely sure what he ended up getting there. Nice silence, though, will stop Chaz from looking for any Cyclones, and it will help Zonica get healing. You can see he's able to easily top Cervantes. I like this reaction by No Lifer, just saying, you know what, Cervantes is going to live. I'm just going to sheep him up, get some Dispels out of the way, try and control the match. No Lifer seems to be the target for now from Fritter. He's trying to keep on his back. He can't catch up, so he's going to go over to Pry, stun him up, maybe look for a clone. I would like to see him go for it, at least get the counterspell. Yes, gets the counterspell out from No Lifer, and now Zonica will not have to deal with that. Method are looking like they want to move in. Who are they going to go after? I'd really like to see an attack on Fritter, but no, they go after Cervantes. They get a bop out from Zonica, so that's one cooldown.
One of many. Cervantes still has his trinket. Zonica hasn't used anything yet this game. One thing that you did just say, one of the reasons Holy Paladins struggle against Rogue Mage is because that constant threat of the step kick, of the CS coming out of No Lifer, and No Lifer is incredibly hard to fake. Trust me, I've been there. So the fact that Fritter is constantly stunning Prey and threatening that Cyclone cast, forcing the CS out from No Lifer every time, just means that Zonica's life is so easy. He's healing someone who's pretty much immortal. He's not having to deal with CS ever. He's having such a good time right now as we see the incarnation pop from Fritter. What can he get done with this?
They do get Blessing of Protection. Zonica wants to keep Fritterus aggressive. They need to get an Ice Block here. They do get it. No Life are kind of respecting the space. I'm not sure entirely if he needed to, but he wants to make sure that he uses the cooldowns. His team are on their last legs. They make a swap over onto Chaz. They have not done this previously in the series. Is he ready for it? He trinkets out. That Execute will trigger. He's low HP, barely getting himself out of that Soul Reaper range. A very scary swap. Getting that trinket out from Chaz creates a window of opportunity for Four Languages to win. Prey has no way to get out of stuns. Chaz has no way to get out of CC. If they can lock Prey down, they could easily blow him up. They're going after him right now. Prey trying to slow it down with a gouge onto Fritterus. He's kind of annoyed by that. It looks like they're still going after Prey. He's caught into that Fist of Justice.
Oh.
Way out of line of Chaz. Chaz trying to get over in line to heal Prey. Connects that Iron Bark that would reduce a tremendous amount of this damage, and Prey will survive. And Four Languages are still looking good.
Yeah, that was so close. The Execute barely not ticking. I think Prey was 37% when that went off, and Cervantes caught into the smoke bomb. Zonika's bubble might not be enough. Another close call. The AMS comes out, the DR Sheep. Can they get the Cyclones? It doesn't look like it. Fritterus with an excellent defensive clone onto Prey, swapping it to No Lifer, forcing out another trinket. The Icy Veins from No Lifer, though, they need to go for this kill now. They're actually sheeping up Cervantes, maybe looking for another attack. I'm not entirely sure what the answer is. They just... The Icy Veins, maybe just defensively, maybe he was just scared. He does have another block available. I really want to see them use it offensively. He's in trouble, but Prey also down. Surely the Execute barely not ticking once again. That NS just in time.
Wow, Chaz is a miracle worker here. Prey is just taking so much damage. It may not even matter. He's down to 42%. He steps away. He's running with Chaz behind the pillar. Kind of going to have to recollect his thoughts here, as that was such a close call. This is their last opportunity. They do not want to throw the match. I'd really like to see them maybe just completely pull back and start kiting Cervantes, because they don't have a lot of defenses available. Prey's trinket just coming up, but Chaz is a big opening target if they want to swap over to him. I would really like to maybe see that. Chaz caught into a stun. They're going to go after No Life. They're looking for an Ice Block. No Lifer has forced to Ice Block at 20%. And you know what's coming up in 40 seconds? Incarnation for Fritterus. So in 40 seconds, if he pulls that trigger really fast, they might be able to kill No Lifer. Looks like they're pressuring Pride. They're trying to get HOTS off of No Lifer. They're attacking Prey, waiting for those HOTS to switch over. And I would imagine they're going to go on to No Lifer later in the game. They've managed to get the Iron Bark out of the way now as well. So this Incarnation coming up in 24 seconds is going to be so scary. Maybe they don't even need it. No Lifer's down to 30% HP. Soul Reaper is about to trigger. Chaz trinkets out of that stun just in the nick of time. He needs to dispel the Soul Reaper. He manages to heal through it. That was a very risky play from Chaz, and No Lifer is just terrified right now.
Yeah, and that wasn't even the Incarnation. You can see that's coming up in 5 seconds.
Whoa.
It could easily be the end of the game, but at the same time, the swap to Zonica does have his trinket, uses the Aura Mastery on the Groat and the Wool, so he should be okay for now. But that was an interesting choice of a swap from Method, maybe getting a little bit desperate. Of course, Cervantes still has his trinket, still has cooldowns to answer Method's pushes, and Method don't really have anything. Chaz is 3% mana, and here it comes. The Incarnation onto Chaz. Will the Buckskin be enough? The first stun, will they be able to top it up with a Cyclone? Looks like they're trying to tunnel him down. He's able to get away. No Life are now the target of choice, taking a bit of damage, not too much though. Can they get any follow-up onto Chaz?
Yeah, but Chaz is out of mana. And if you're a healer and you have no mana, you can't heal. Especially with Four Languages, they're doing so much damage. All they need to do is attack anything. Chaz is trying to sit down for a drink. They have to stop it. Zonica finds him, lands the full stun. Now Prey in a bit of trouble, has his evasion up, but still those dots are ticking. The bleeds are just annihilating him. Chaz needs to start healing. He gets that Nature Swiftness out, but he gets full cloned by Fritterus. Maybe a bit of a misplay. I think he could have avoided that. It doesn't look like they're going to be punished too much for getting that Cyclone. No Lifer looking for some sheets. They follow it with a Silence. No Lifer could have to block here. They've got Prey caught in a stun as well. They're going to swap over immediately. Four Languages are just in such a dominating position, getting that Iron Bark and Cloak of Shadows at the same time. Fritterus moving over. They lock Chaz out on his Cyclone. Now caught into a full stun, and Four Languages, they're almost looking for maybe a triple kill. No Lifer down to 30% HP. Chaz, the Smoke Bomb gets dropped down defensively. Prey is just in full panic mode, stunning up both of the melee, trying to give his team breathing room, but they're just not going to find it.
I feel so bad for Cervantes. That's the third time a Soul Reaper has been within 5% of proccing, and he hasn't won the game. This is so close for Method. They just have nothing. They're running on fumes. Literally all they're doing is running. In fact, they don't have any offensive pressure. Trinket up for Zonica. He had his wings up there. Bubbles up in a minute. It's just looking so bad. They need to get a swap onto Fritterus. I feel like he doesn't have Trinket for 15 seconds. That could be a win condition. Now Chaz caught in that full hodge. Can they follow it up? Do they have the Strangulate available? It's up in 5 seconds. That could be the game. They do have Trinket on Chaz. Will they be able to finish this one off?
They should be able to. Cervantes should just press that Strangulate right now. Maybe they don't even need it. They're just going to completely destroy No Lifer, and Four Languages are going to clean sweep Method 3-0. Really well played. They looked so strong in that series.
They're the first team to buck the trend. We've seen 2 RMDs victorious so far today. They're going to throw another RMD into that loser's bracket. So far they kind of came together at the last minute. We're going to get into game. I'm not entirely sure what comps they will have gone with. I would expect the RMD to start out against the DK Windwalker.
Yeah, I mean, they could play with the Feral Druid. And actually, it does look like they opted to play with the Feral Druid, so 4 languages are going to have a very high damage-based comp. They can just run over Chaz on that Resto Druid if they can connect. We can see Prey, he's actually playing Gnome. Interesting choice for his rogue there. I'm not sure what he was trying to get as an advantage with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the feral roots must be the thing that's annoying him. His racial, of course, is a 1-minute cooldown, removes all roots or snaring effects, so he'll have a bit more uptime at the cost of a bit of damage. So interesting choice. We'll see how it pays out for them. They maybe don't need maximum damage to take down the feral if he's going to be their target. These sheeps onto Zonica, not really achieving anything. They're unable to get Fridorus, of course, Fridorus being the feral on 4 languages out of stealth, and this means they're going to get a great opener onto Method. Prime might just go down. He trinkets at the last second, cloaks at the last second. So many cooldowns forced, and he barely survived through them.
Yeah, now No Life are getting swapped over to. He's going to have to trade out his Ice Block before the incarnation of Fridorus. So if Fridorus plays this patient and is able to connect onto No Lifer within like the next 15 seconds, they might burst him down. Looks like they're swapping over onto Cervantes. They're dropping the smoke bomb. They're committing everything to get the kill right now. Zonica needs to save him. They're going to clone him up at low HP. Zonica caught into a silence. Can they chain this into a cycle? It doesn't look like they can. We see Fridorus now popping the incarnation, looking for a kill, while No Lifer cannot use Ice Block for 3 more seconds. Chaz sees that. He trinkets out of the CC to get his healing rolling, keeps No Lifer completely topped off, and now with Zonica down that Avenging Wrath. Oh, they're actually swapping back onto Pry. Pry is completely in the center of the map, just getting destroyed. He needs to maybe try and move away. That evasion is deflecting a lot of damage for now. Looks like he's trying to move forward. It seems like attacking Cervantes is their main target. I would like to see a swap to the Feral Druid later.
Yeah, they might try to get his trinket out of the way and then go for it. The steal, not going to achieve too much from Cervantes there. They almost were able to kill Prey, and now No Lifer caught the Hodge onto Chaz. This should be second block, maybe? Is he going to be able to get away? They do have the NS available. There is that NS. Chaz able to connect with No Lifer. A good hold on the block there. He's going to try to get those shapes out. We saw the bop used onto Cervantes at the same time. Zonica acting perfectly to these swaps right now, and he still has both his breaks. Method really haven't done a great job of going through those cooldowns on the side of 4 languages just yet.
Yeah, Method are kind of looking sloppy right now. Now, this is a good setup from Method. They've got Cervantes completely isolated for a few seconds, but he can deflect a lot of damage with that AMS and now turn it around with damage of his own onto No Lifer. Chaz will be able to deal with it pretty easily here, healing him back up. Zonica caught into another sheep. If Chaz can get a clone, maybe they can get some more pressure. It doesn't look like he's able to get in range to get that onto Zonica. Cervantes is leading the charge into No Lifer. This could easily be the second block. He's down below 20% HP and is forced into that second ice block, and 4 languages are just dominating Method.
Yeah, I'm a really big fan of how Zonica is playing this one. You can see he hasn't had to use a single break. He completely trusts his team to stay alive on their own during these setups, and he also recognizes that he needs to be so offensive. A lot of healers will like to sit back, but he's charging across the map, getting those Hodges, spamming out the denouncers on No Lifer because they just need that little bit of damage to push them over the edge. At the same time, Cervantes dropping low. The healer actually gets locked by Zonica. They might just get the kill here. Maybe they can force the bubble. Doesn't look like it. Cervantes able to LOS. He should be okay.
Yeah, Cervantes should be able to recover. They do not have any more crowd control. Zonica breaking out of that with his Aura Mastery. He should be able to get some casts off here. I'm not sure if Cervantes needed to use this AMS. Zonica is in no CC, so it kind of deflected damage. I guess they want to be aggressive because No Lifer has no ice blocks. He blinks back beside Chaz. Chaz should be able to pick him back up. Drops down that Cone of Cold slow on the ground. Cervantes just unable to connect. You know, playing that Death Knight, you're a very slow-moving melee. He's just marching over with the Death March to try and connect back onto No Lifer, but Prey is doing a great job on this little gnome doing flips, just stopping Cervantes from connecting. Finally, he is freedomed up. He should be able to connect here shortly onto No Lifer, but block is coming up in about 4 seconds, and despite Method being so far behind, with that ice block now available, they're going to feel a lot more safe.
Yep, I completely agree. On the other side, 4 languages do have a few cooldowns of their own. The bubbles are available for Zonica, and they might force it out here if they can land the sheep. The Cyclone instead follows up the sacrifice from Zonica, preemptively preventing that sheep. He uses the AMS, uses the Lich Bomb. Will he be able to get any self-healing done? Cervantes is really all on him right now. The full sheep to follow up those Cyclones. Well played by No Lifer. The bomb comes out late. The swap to Fredros. He doesn't have Trinket. They're able to swap the shield proc. Zonica acting perfectly, but it might not even be enough. He doesn't have wings. The Frost Jar to follow up. Can they follow up the CC? CC. The Cyclone on Cervantes, they need to get CC onto Zonica. He's able to get the wings. He should be able to keep his team alive, but they have nothing left for the next offense from Method.
That's a full sheep, and Zonica has no way out. Fritters is not going to make it out of this alive unless he pulls off a miracle. It feels like Prey is kind of wasting his time attacking Cervantes, and now he's caught into a stun himself. They're turning around to take Prey down, and Prey gets caught out in the open and annihilated. That little gnome is going to be going to take a dirt nap. Four Language is going to lead this series 1-0. They looked very dominant in this series, despite being so close near the end. They will claim victory.
Yeah, and I thought that Method had such a bad start to their game, and just when they were starting to take the lead, just forcing all those coins, getting the full sheep onto Zonica, no breaks. Prey goes down. The second incarnation, they were too late. They need to try get that kill before that second incarnation. I just feel like they wasted so much time at the start.
I don't know why. Maybe Prey didn't have any mobility. I feel like if they had used the kidney shot into Fritters, they would have stopped damage. They would have also maybe got a kill because they got so many cooldowns out of the way earlier. I just feel like it was a targeting issue right there towards the last couple seconds. And whereas Four Languages, they had the perfect target. They had Prey locked down in the middle of the map. They had the silence onto the healer to prevent him from healing. It was just a pretty standard setup for Four Languages. They played that matchup very well. They were able to hold their cooldowns for so long, and as a result, they could kind of afford